Good morning and welcome to Sunrise with Dr. Surajit Khanna and our guest Jaime Anderson, who is joining us from his own private Idaho. And we are here with Veterans Day message. We are a news bite for anybody ages 10 to 25 or anybody who wants to watch, brought to you by Khanna for Kids. Khanna FOR Kids takes you to our website. Khanna for the number 4 Kids takes you to our Facebook page, which we are live now on our Facebook page, Khanna, the number 4kids.com, and 6 other networks, YouTube, Twitter. So we're on 7 networks live video. This is a good morning message just for today's youth from Dr. Khanna. Today we're going to be talking about Veterans Day. Dr. Khanna is an attorney. He is a child safety advocate and the champion of the nonprofit Voice of the Kids. He's a child safety advocate. He has been doing work in terms of the 2018 Juvenile Reformation Act. Go to our website, Khanna for Kids, and see that. And recently he has launched a new initiative to help young people gain some vision in their life. It's called Inspire. Go to the website, Inspire Your Best Life. From now to the end of the year, he's offering a free half-hour coaching session, mentoring session, whatever you want to call it, to inspire your best life. InspireYourBestLife.com. Again, we're going to talk about Veterans Day. Dr. Khanna, good morning.
Good morning, Gary. Good morning, Jaime. Good morning, all the youth and the young adults of United States. Today is a very, very special day because we are observing Veterans Day. Originally, this Veterans Day was called Armistice Day. It is a US legal holiday, right? The American veterans of all wars, and Veterans Day occurs today as Wednesday, November 11. When did this? We'll give you a little bit of the bite of it. As we know that in 1918, at the 11th hour and 11th day, on the 11th month, an armistice or temporary cessation of hostilities was declared between the Allied nations and Germany in the World War I. At that time, it was the Great War. The Treaty of Versailles was signed on June 28, 1919, marking the official end of World War I. Remember, the war ended not as a winner or loser. It ended as an armistice, with an armistice, not a surrender. So we all should be very, very thankful today to those who fought and those who lost their lives to protect the freedom of this country. And we all should pray for the continued peace, both within our borders and between all our other countries. On June 14, 1926, Congress passed a resolution that the recurring anniversary from November 11, 1918 should be commemorated with thanksgiving and prayers and exercises designed to perpetuate peace through the goodwill and mutual understanding between all the nations. At that time, it was called as Armistice Day. So we observe Armistice Day on this day. Commemorated in many countries at Armistice Day the following year, that was in 1938, aftermath of World War II, Korean War, the Armistice Day became known as Veterans Day because it was combined with World War I, World War II, and Korean War. So it became more Veterans Day. Well, the observation of Veterans Day was set originally, this is after 1918, it was originally set for 4th Monday in October. So the first Veterans Day under the new law was Monday, October 25th, 1971. So young adults and the kids, please remember some of this history, how this Veterans Day started and how it transited from Armistice Day to Veterans Day, and from November 11th to 4th Monday. So it's not too late. It was 1971 when the first Veterans Day was observed on the 4th Monday of October. Well, a lot of states disapproved this, and everybody wanted to go back to the original date. So in 1975, it became evident that actual date of Veterans Day carried historical and patriotic significance to many Americans. So in 1978, President Ford signed a new law that we are going to return to observe the Veterans Day to November 11th, regardless of day it falls. But if it falls on Saturday or Sunday, then the federal government observes the holiday either the previous Friday or the following Monday. Depends, if it is on Saturday, it will be a Friday. If it is on Sunday, then it will be a Monday. But this year, Veterans Day is on Wednesday, is the mid of the week. Do not confuse Veterans Day with Memorial Day. There's two different things. A common misunderstanding we always have, because Memorial Day honors American service members who died in the service, whereas Veterans Day pays tribute to all the American veterans who are living or dead, but especially gives thanks to living veterans who served their country honorably during the war or peacetime. Just recently, we had many wars. So Gulf War was there, then the war in Afghanistan was there. So all these things are considered fall under Veterans Day. So we give a big salute to all the veterans, those who are living and those who have fought for this country. We pray for them and we pray for the peace of this country. Talking about that, I would like to welcome Jaime, who is joining us from all the way from Idaho, just a click away. Jaime is a young adult, 20 years old. He's just started his journey with a new life, with a new life partner, and in a new location called Idaho. So, Jaime, would you mind to tell us what made you to choose the most wonderful state in this United States? Most of us depend upon Idaho. And do you know why we depend upon Idaho?
Well, I chose this state because I'm a man of opportunity, and I had an opportunity to come here with my woman and start a new sector in my life here. I was told that the jobs here are really good, the pay's here really good, and that there's a lot of opportunity for me here. I wanted to get into lumber, and there happens to be a lot of that up here. And as to the second part of your question, I'm not quite sure how to answer that.
Well, what are we always, Gary, would you mind to answer? I know you're not from Idaho, but you can say what Idaho is famous for.
I'm gonna guess here. I don't want to get myself in trouble, but there's something called the Idaho potato. Is that right?
Exactly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Exactly. So nobody can live without potatoes, right? So Idaho is famous about baking potatoes. So everywhere, the French fries, baked potatoes, wherever you see mashed potatoes, everything is Idaho based. So I love Idaho. I've been to Idaho once in my life.
Well,
So,
Dr. Khanna, I can tell you one thing. The most consumed vegetable in the world is potato, more than any other.
Exactly. And Idaho grows and supplies throughout the world. So Idaho potato is very, very famous. And I hope, Jaime, you are maintaining your body and figure. I hope you don't follow the culture of the potato.
Yes,
So-
don't become a couch potato, Jaime.
I know,
Well,
I know.
primary here, yeah.
Well, since Jaime, you said that you are going to a new phase of your life. You are going to a new job opportunity. What do you think? What challenges do you see this COVID-19 has been giving to you? Do you see any challenges?
Well, one of the biggest challenges I'm seeing is the between having to wear masks. I have a little bit of asthma and breathing issues. It makes it difficult and being able to communicate to people. It's kind of hard to understand what they're saying when their voice is muffled. But other than that, I haven't seen a whole lot of challenge with it, other than not really understanding what they're saying half the time.
That's a very good point. Not, didn't hear much about it. But with your asthma, how are you managing with the mask, Miss? Is it something you are very cautious about, that you are not putting mask too much, not going out too much? How are you managing that?
Well, I try to limit how much I interact with people because I do have children here who live with me, and I go and see elderly people now and then, and I don't want to spread it if at all possible. So I try to limit being social as much as possible. I go out maybe once or twice a week to go and get stuff, but for the most part, I've been kind of isolating myself, been a little cooped up in the house, but for the most part, at least I don't have to worry about getting others sick that way.
Great. Well,
And
thank you for
as to that
your wonderful answer on that. I would like whoever is listening and whoever will be listening to this in the recording, please, young adults, please take care of your health, because COVID-19 is very important that we all get a full control on it. Wear your mask. And like Jaime said, he has asthma, so it is very difficult for him to wear mask all the time. So limit your exposure to others and take care of yourself. Jaime, the second question I have for you, as you know, that we've been trying to service the post-incarcerated young adults. The young adults, those who are coming out of incarceration, that is coming out of prison, we are trying to help them and get them a second chance so that they can have a decent life, normal life, because you know that most of the time those young adults, when they come out of the juvenile court or normal prison, they're rejected by the society, they're rejected by the jobs, they're rejected by many things, and they go into depression, or they even commit suicide. So we are trying to avoid that. We are trying to give them an opportunity and tell them that, hey, your life is important and you are an important element of this country, and we will help you to structure your life so that you can be a good man. What do you think about this program? Do you see that it will benefit the young adults?
I believe so. And biggest thing would be how you address it and how you approach these young adults coming out. But as long as you're accepting and talk to them like they are a young adult and not like they're children, they'll be a lot more susceptible to what you have to say. And kind of given their circumstance, it'd probably be almost an honor for them to get opportunities. And I feel that it's rather important to give them those opportunities. And I feel that more kids should reach out to programs such as this.
Have you experienced any friends of yours or any relatives of yours, those who came out of incarceration and they faced any challenges in their life? Have you seen any?
Yeah, the biggest problem I've noticed is, like you were just saying earlier, is the rejection side of it, not being able to get a job, people looking at them differently because they were incarcerated, even if it was minor things, just the fact that they were in there, people viewed them differently. And most of the time when people reject them, they go to the first people who will accept them, and that's usually not the greatest group. And especially considering what's going on around them, it's not the best for them. Sorry. Without that acceptance, it just kind of throws them down that same path, and it can spiral further from there.
Very well put. Very well put, Jaime.
Very well put. Very well put. Gary, you have anything for him?
Yeah, Jaime, we appreciate everything you're doing. In line with the initiative Dr. Surajit's doing, which is the Reformation Act to help juveniles coming out of incarceration, he wants to inspire young people. He wants to inspire them to give coaching, mentoring, suggestions, career counseling, whatever word you want to use. And so if anybody you know, even if yourself, we're going to give free 1/2 hour sessions with Dr. Khanna between now and the end of the year. Just go to inspireyourbestlife.com, inspireyourbestlife.com, and please ask your friends to do the same thing. And you know what? If anybody's going through any issue, any problem, any difficulty, whatever it is it job, is it career, is it whatever it is, he's willing to just sit with you for half an hour and see what we can do. We have a limited supply, of course, but between now and the end of the year, inspire your best life.
You know, Jaime, it opens up one more thing. Since I didn't had any idea that you were in Idaho, I want you to look around your neighborhood or in your locality. If you see anybody, any young adult having challenges because of they came out of incarceration, please reach out to them and get them connected to me or Gary so that we can help them. Maybe we can start a center in Idaho because of you, because you can take a lead on it. Besides, whatever you are doing with your job, with your thing. And this is something which, don't you think you would like to help your buddies, those who are young adults and having a struggle, they need to have a second life?
Yeah, I would very much so like to reach out to the people around here. I'm still fairly new. I'm just getting to know the terrain around here. I haven't really met anybody other than the people directly related to my family here. But I would like to go out and meet new people and be able to talk with people my age, preferably. And if I do come across people with those, limitations in that area, I would gladly send them your way.
Please,
and inform them the best I can about how to integrate.
That would be great because, hey, Gary, now we have a presence in Idaho.
We're all over. We're all over on the internet and we're all over in the country. So anyway,
this is something we can definitely do on the Veterans Day, that we can reach out to people all over the United States, and we need to salute all the veterans, those who have give their life for this country and have been working hard to make this country safe place for all of us to live in and be in peace. Regardless whatever is going on with the COVID-19, I want everybody today to observe this Veterans Day, pray for all the veterans, those are living, and pray for all the veterans, those who gave up their life for the safety of this country, that means for us, so that their soul may rest in peace, and God bless. Thank you very much. Have a good morning, Wednesday, with Gary and Jaime.
Thank you, Dr. Khanna. Thank you, Jaime. Thanks for joining us. Invite your friends. So we have a lot going on. So we're here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at about 9 o'clock with the Sunrise with Dr. Khanna message. We're on the radio Tuesday, Wednesday, and Fridays, usually around drive time between 3 and 5, different times on the 3 days. But today we have a very exciting guest, Dr. Goulet, who's going to be joining us. Please join us here where you see us on Dr. Khanna on his Facebook at Khanna.forkids.com. And we're going to be on the radio with her at about 4:30. So join us at his Facebook page into 30 million homes. And we're going to have a daily message in addition to all these 6 messages I just mentioned regarding inspireyourbestlife.com. So we want to help the youth in many different ways. So thank you, Dr. Khanna. We'll see you on Friday. We thank you for have a prayerful and thankful Veterans Day. Pray for peace. Any last words, Dr. Khanna?
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jaime, for coming, and pray for all the veterans.
Thank you.
And for the peace. Thank you. And big salute to all the veterans again.
Thank you.